Fucking ass.
Staring blankly into space. Tell me what you
I haven't been
Use your
recording this
words,
whole
bud.
time.
Use your words.
You forgot to
What?
record?
I forgot to record.
No, you fucking didn't.
Dude, the Pornstar NXT wrestling thing was fucking hilarious.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the wrestling show with the Hour of the Brood in the Forest.
We just did the greatest thing ever. We did NXT female wrestler, or women's wrestler, or Pornstar. And these guys were fucking terrible at it, because Leon just guessed Pornstar, but every name sounds like a pornstar.
I think I was about 50-50. And yeah, like, as I
Fallon
pointed out,
Henry.
Why you always get
Fallon
Pornstar?
Henry, Tiffany Stratton.
Pornstar.
they're half porn star, half AEW wrestler, and they just mash them together.
It's all bad.
It's
literally the worst show on TV. It's the worst wrestling show on TV. I'd rather watch Glow, like an episode of Glow from like 1987.
Oh, I thought you meant like the hit Netflix series.
No, the actual Glow,
That's
which
pretty
was
good.
pretty. Well, that wasn't a bad series.
I mean, it was
So-
80s cartoon.
So
wrestling.
we've talked about the Young Bucks lost the belts last week.
Oh, hold on. I had a point before I realized that we weren't recording.
Okay, NXT sucks.
Yes. So apparently, this is according to. I wish I had it pulled up. One of the dirt sheets apparently has reported that as of the 18th, WWE Raw is no longer TV 14 or whatever it used to be.
PG. It's going to be TV 14. I heard that.
Yeah.
What's it going to change? It's not going to change a thing. It's irrelevant.
We can say shit.
They're not going to do anything different. They're not going to change how they're booking. The issue with that company isn't what they can do. It's what they're choosing to do with their booking. It's stories. It's not what they're showing. It's not their. It's totally the stories. You don't have to be TV 14 to make a good wrestling show. That's bullshit.
We can say bad words and be risque now.
I mean, yes, but it mimics. It sort of mirrors the idea that potentially Stephanie McMahon, Triple H, whoever, one of those two have creative control.
So if you would have read more into that story, this was not a WWE move.
Oh, okay.
This was a USA move.
Okay.
And
Really?
watch SmackDown on Fox.
No.
And watch the rating at the beginning. It's TV 14, and it always has been.
Okay.
Is it TV 14? No, I take that back. It's PG. Fox has always been PG. SmackDown's always been a PG show. Even during the Attitude, it was a PG show.
Mm-hmm.
And during the Attitude Era, SmackDown was amazing. And during right afterward, when The Rock was still around, like SmackDown was great. So all those great SmackDowns were PG. So PG TV 14 doesn't mean a damn thing right now. It's just, it is what it is.
Yeah.
Vince McMahon is still going.
They can say shit.
What Vince McMahon wants to create for Vince McMahon's sake.
Yeah.
Because they're booking to an audience of one. So we'll have but Tiffany Stratton might get called up.
Pornstar?
Just be called Stratton.
Yeah.
No, just be Tiff.
We decided Stratton's too long of a name. We're just going to cut it down to Strat. You're Strat now.
You're TS now.
Yeah. Not too many letters. You're just T. Call you T.
Lady.
It's
Blue pants.
We're just going to change your name to an impronounceable symbol.
Oh, Prince. Yeah, no, it's like NXT is. You can't even make logic of that show anymore. They have these characters that are trying to be edgy and like unique, but it's from the eyes of a 76-year-old man and like a 60-year-old man and Bruce Pritchard, who have no concept of these kids.
He's like 57.
He's pretty much 60. We're gonna call him 60, and I don't care. But they're old, and they're not in touch with the youth at all. You know, we're not really the target demographic anymore of this shit.
Yeah.
It's kids younger than us.
Yeah.
I work in a high school. I know these kids. Like, these kids are not. They're like us, but they have different interests than we do. They see the world a different way, and these guys are trying to like tap into that to try to get this audience. But it's like, it's like if your fucking grandpa showed up and tried to talk cool to you. You know, and
Hello
try to
there,
act cool
fellow
and
kid.
dress cool. Yeah, like that's what it is. It
That's
doesn't
exactly what I
fucking work.
thought. Exactly what I thought. Yeah.
And nobody has the ability or the desire or the capability, because they're all fucking scared of getting fired, of stepping in and saying, "Hey, this might be stupid." Like Tiffany Stratton is 23, so she has a good idea of like what the fuck is going on because she's younger.
Mhm.
Like she should understand. She should be a little more in touch with that. No character ownership for her. She's doing exactly what they tell her to do.
Yeah.
And it's just there's a segment I watched in the backstage there that had like 6 different women, and it was like a running shot. And I watched it and I got dumber. I swear to God, I got dumber. It was so stupid and so stereotypical, but it was like boomer stereotypes. Like he's trying to put these modern people saying and doing modern things, but like how he thinks it would be when he was 23. So it's just like you sit there and you're just like, oh my God, my fucking head hurts. What the fuck did I just watch? This is the stupidest thing I've ever seen. I mean, it's just bad.
So we don't have any faith. No faith. I mean,
Why the fuck would we?
Okay. Yeah, I mean, that's fair. I'm just curious. I'm not saying that I'm going to watch.
So on Raw, Titus O'Neil opened Raw.
Okay. I didn't even know he was still employed.
He cut this huge promo about. What'd you say, Leon?
Like Lesnar Downey.
No, he cut this promo. Where
Okay.
he came out and said that we don't talk about religion, we don't talk about politics. We're here just for your entertainment. We only do the things you want to do. And in the face of adversity, we stay strong and we're here for you and blah, blah, blah. Made no fucking sense. Okay, and just like that's Vince McMahon. I think that's him doing damage control.
Yeah.
You'd have to actually watch that and you'd be like, it was uncomfortable. There's 2 things I saw from Raw this week. That was the first thing. The second thing I saw was one of the members of the Street Profits got into an argument with Omos, so then they had a match. And Omos got disqualified because MVP interfered. Okay. This match ran 1 minute and 4 seconds. All right? He knocked Omos over. Omos is a big, tall guy. He knocks him over, hits him with a frog splash. Omos kicks out. He goes to do it again. MVP comes in, gets him disqualified. So the little guy that's in charge, the guy that's supposed to be the Vince McMahon authority figure, comes out and goes, I bet you people want to see the Street Profits take on Omos and MVP. And the crowd's like, no, not really. And then he goes, don't say we don't give you what you want, because we're going to give you this match right now. No one cares. Okay? Guess how long this match ran?
1 minute 50.
2 minutes and 4 seconds. Okay?
Oh, jeez.
And guess how it ended?
DQ?
Disqualification. Like, what?
Why did you even bother? Give that time to somebody else.
Well,
all that convoluted stuff to like build up to
the Usos came out.
The next pay-per-view.
The Usos came out and beat them up because they were fighting the Street Profits at SummerSlam.
Oh my God!
So
it's
like, I think the 3-hour Raw is part of it because you can literally just watch that show and they're just trying to waste time.
Yeah.
That's all they're trying to do.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, what the fuck are we? But then they'll have a 3-hour show with 18 total minutes of wrestling.
Yeah, I've read stuff like that before too, and it's like,
and it's SmackDown a few weeks ago had 9 minutes of wrestling.
Jeez.
The longest match was the main event, and it went like 3 minutes and like 30 seconds or something. It's just like, what the fuck are you doing?
That's terrible.
Oh, it's bad. It's bad, and that's why, I mean, there's times where I watch AEW and I'm like, this isn't that good. Like, sometimes their storyline's kind of losing, you're kind of like, meh. But at least there's like wrestling, and it's solid wrestling. It's not Omos getting knocked over, taking a really shitty bump, and laying there while the guy does a splash on him, and then no spelling the slot. I mean, it's just like, come on.
Even though he's been portrayed as this unkillable monster.
They haven't really done that as late. I don't even, to be honest, I don't know. I
haven't hardly watched.
used to. I have the network, so I used to watch the monthly pay-per-views that aren't pay-per-views anymore. Whatever the fuck they're called.
Premium live events.
Yeah,
Premium
that thing.
live events.
What a fucking load of shit. What a donkey dick load of shit.
Donkey dick load of shit. That's a
Donkey
mouthful.
dick load of shit. Yeah, well, yeah, because it's
Donkey
just
dick load of
it's
shit.
terrible. But like, I can't even like Money in the Bank, Leon. I know you went to Money in the Bank.
Yes, I did.
I could not make myself
Because
watch
someone
that.
dear to me wanted to go, and I was like, "We will go then."
Yeah. I didn't watch. I had no reason to watch. I was just like, this is. I don't care.
Yeah, but
No, that whole company.
do you know the best? Do you know the best part of that pay-per-view?
Liv Morgan.
Nope. But do you know the best part of that pay-per-view?
The end. When you got to leave.
Nope.
The popcorn.
Nope. I did have some popcorn, and it was really good. But no, the best part of that pay-per-view, Roman wasn't on it. Next question.
The only guy that moves the needle.
Good point.
Please.
While we're on the topic, the Young Bucks. The Young Bucks lost the belts last week.
Yeah.
Which
That was some fun
great
wrestling.
Match, and I think they're actually going to run with those guys.
Wrestling.
The rumor that I've heard now is that the reason the Young Bucks lost that is because Kenny fucking Omega's coming back, and they're going to bring the trios belt in, and they're doing Red Dragon and Adam Cole against Omega and the Young Bucks. And that's going to crown the first trios champion.
Yep.
Undisputed Elite versus the Elite.
Yep.
I could see that. That'd be cool.
That would be fucking amazing.
When is Cole coming back? Do we know?
I mean, they also got Death Triangle. They got so many trios around the company.
It's time to do a trios. It's time.
Yeah.
I don't know when Cole's coming back.
Baby.
Did you guys saw the Orange Cassidy Wardlow match last week?
Yes.
I fucking
Oh
loved
my
it.
god, that was
The
amazing.
highlight of that whole match for me was when they came out and the referee got distracted and they were trying to cheat. And they reached under the ring and pulled out a fucking chainsaw.
That's when I made that comment about plunder in our chat. I was like, oh my god.
A chainsaw?
Oh my god, that was so funny.
Yes, that was quality.
We know that
right
he's
there.
big. We know that he's strong. So we're gonna cheat.
And we're gonna
Whatever. I thought that match was perfect. I thought they both.
That Redwood.
I thought that match was Orange Cassidy looked strong and Wardlow never looked weak. I thought it was very well done.
Crazy how that can be accomplished.
I'm excited for I don't know. I like AEW. They've had a rough year.
Yeah. They've lost a bunch of guys to injuries.
And I think they lost that booking momentum they had that was so fucking good.
Mm-hmm.
Like they had some long-term storylines that were still going good. But like Hangman was a letdown as champion. And they kind of just they were sputtering a little bit, and now I feel like they kind of were getting back to
the run wasn't quite as good as the run wasn't as good as the chase.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't as bad as Dean Ambrose's title reign in WWE.
Ooh, wow.
Remember that?
That's a deep cut. Yeah.
Where Rey Mysterio was world champion?
Which time?
The first time when he won it at Mania, the one you and Rainbow went to, and then he lost to every big guy in non-title matches.
Yeah.
That was.
Khali pinned him, Kane pinned him.
I really wasn't even watching hardly at that point.
No, it got hard. But
yeah.
I'm excited.
But I was like, "Ooh, free trip, yes, please."
I'm excited for the trios belt. I think that'll be good. I think that'll add something. Yeah.
Yeah, I think if anybody can do it, it's AEW right now. I think they've set up a situation where they have a lot of good solid trios and they have a lot of talent who can go after it.
I think I think
Blackpool, Death Triangle, House
I
of
think
Black.
that Tony Khan. I think that Tony Khan is starting to get it a little bit and understand how to build these guys up a little more, and you can't not have them on TV. That was a problem that he had for a while. You'd be on TV, and then you wouldn't be on TV for 2 weeks. You'd do something on Dark, and that, okay, but like when you're trying to build a guy up, it's really hard to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, not everybody's watching all that wrestling every week, so.
No, you've got to really put him on your show, and I think he's starting. And his roster got smaller, which is what they needed because they were bloated with some. As much as I love Joey Janela never got a fair shake because he was so far down the pecking order.
Mm-hmm.
It would have been awesome to see what he could have done if they would have had a little more of like a hardcore division where he could have done some of that crazy shit.
Yeah,
but they never had that for him, and he just kind of got lost on Dark. And like Sonny Kiss, I feel like Sonny Kiss is someone that they should do more with. I don't even know if Sonny Kiss still employed. I haven't heard that she's not.
The last I heard from him was when they did that spot during Pride Month, and Joey had some choice words for that.
Yeah,
which he was absolutely not wrong.
No, he's not, but she's still employed as far as I know.
I think so. I saw her.
I believe so. Yeah,
maybe a month ago on Dark, but I think she's mostly Dark at this point.
Yeah, Dark and Dark Elevation,
which is she can go give her a run.
She can go, but she's green. Like you can't deny that she's green. Like you watch her and there's fuck ups. Like she's green, so I get building her up. To the contrary to that, the opposite of that though is that character is unique.
Yeah.
And if there was ever a time for a character like that, it's right now.
Yeah.
Like literally, it's right now. So.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yet. They are not.
Well, see what happens.
Jesus.
It's hard. It's hard when you go to CM Punk and a Bryan Danielson and Hangman and the Bucks and FTR. Like you have all these people, and it's just like, and it's strange because I watched tonight, and the biggest pop of the night was fucking Danhausen.
I totally buy that though.
He got a huge pop.
Yeah.
He almost got an Orange Cassidy pop. See what I did there? But like,
yeah.
Those two characters the fans love because they represent something different, and people don't understand that. Like I listened to Jim Cornette, and Jim Cornette, in a way, I love Jim Cornette because that dude lives and breathes wrestling. And his understanding of psychology and how to put a match together is incredible. It's absolutely incredible. The guy's been doing it for a long time.
Yeah. The
problem with Jim Cornette is that Jim Cornette's living in 1987.
Yeah.
So like when you
in the southern states too.
There's a contradiction with him that I've heard because he talks about he has said how amazing Shawn Michaels was and how great of a worker he was. So like Shawn Michaels beating Vader to him was no big deal. Okay. Shawn Michaels is not a big dude.
No,
he's not.
And I heard him talk about Wardlow versus Orange Cassidy and how stupid it was because Wardlow was so big and Orange Cassidy is so small. Well, Orange Cassidy's no smaller than Shawn Michaels, and Wardlow is a lot smaller
and a lot smaller than Nash.
Yeah, so it's like, well, what are we judging this on? And on top of that, the business has changed. Like, he didn't like the Attitude Era either because he thought it was vulgar. Like, he's still pissed about that. Him and Vince Russo, I'd love to just sit between those two and listen to them have a conversation until he started throwing punches. But, like, he is such a...
Literally,
that's all you.
Keep you in between them.
Guys. But no, like, literally, Cornette is so fucking smart. He's so fucking smart, and he knows how to get people over. And, like, he understands this business. But he's fucking stuck in 1987. Like, what the fuck, dude? Nothing can ever change. Everything has to be the way it was. Well, if that was, if we did it like we did in the 80s, well, that's not the fucking 80s, dude. That's 30 fucking years ago. Almost 40 fucking years ago.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, everybody shits on him for that, but they keep forgetting that fucking Vince and Bruce are doing the same damn thing.
They are with a different style. With a different style.
Well, it's they're
Sports entertainment.
They're slam bang style rather than the Mid-South or WCCW or whichever one was his home promotion.
He was all over the board.
Excuse me, Smoky Mountain.
Yeah, Smoky Mountain. And Smoky Mountain in 1995 when it was big was behind the times already.
Yeah, it was fucking like we said, like 1986.
This is an antiquated little promotion. Let's watch it. It's like going in a time machine.
Wrestling or whatever. World Championship Wrestling or
he doesn't like he
JCP.
He thinks Kevin Owens is terrible. He thinks John Moxley is terrible. He even has said on his podcast that John Moxley is the worst wrestler alive. He thinks Kenny Omega is terrible. He thinks Kenny Omega's ruined the professional wrestling business. And it's just like, dude. Moxley.
Really?
Moxley. He hates Moxley.
God damn, I'd never heard him rant. Like, I'd heard
look it up.
Like,
we'll look it up because he said he's just a hardcore wrestler.
I'm not doubting you. I'd never heard that because you always hear about the hate on that he has for fucking Kenny and the Bucks and shit. Like, I generally hadn't heard it that he had it out for Mox like that too.
He's a garbage wrestler.
That's
a garbage wrestler.
Oh, that's annoying.
Yeah, I agree.
In general, because he can pull that out whenever he needs to for a feud, but he can also just get in there and fucking grind and trade holds and stiff shots with people.
Like, Kenny and Danielson.
Geez. Yes. Like, that's the kind of stuff
that's another thing.
He should love.
Cornette loves Danielson. He thinks he's stupid for going to AEW. He should have stayed with Vince. But he hates what Vince does because Vince doesn't know anything. But he likes Danielson. He thinks
he should have stayed with him.
He thinks Danielson is this amazing wrestler. But Danielson's five.
Big stretch there.
But Danielson's 5'7", and not 170 pounds. He's a little guy too. So it's just he just picks and chooses these people. Like, he shits on Marco Stunt all the time, and I liked Marco Stunt. I thought Marco Stunt was cool because he was something that was totally fucking different. I thought they had more they could have done with him, but they just never did it. I like Marco.
They could have just turned him into fucking Spike Dudley and just let him be just get launched all the time.
He was talking about
used to it and he handled it.
I listened to an interview with him where he wanted to work an angle with the Big Show.
Oh God!
And he wanted to befriend him, and then they were gonna have this thing where he got his ass kicked, and then Show would come out and help him, and then when they would form a tag team, and then he wanted to turn on the Big Show and have a match with him, and he says he would have just killed me, but it would have been we could have got so much heat. I would have ran away from him and sneak attacked him for weeks and weeks, and then he would have just killed me at the pay-per-view. And I'm like, that contrast would have been fucking amazing. I think that would have been really good.
Yeah.
And Show's coming back as Captain Insano. Did you know that?
Yes, I saw that. Dear God, what the fuck?
That's awesome.
Speaking of being back in frickin' 1986,
I feel obligated to point out also that Jim Cornette's a bigot. So,
agreed.
He doesn't really have that going for him either.
Oh, corny.
I know where you're going with 1986, and I want to go there. Bring it up, Leon. Do you know where you're going, or did you have a point?
No.
You said 1986.
That's what's called a callback town.
So 1986, Ric Flair's last match. Have you guys heard about this?
Yes, I've heard about this, and
Jesus, yeah, that he's. Oh my God, no, I wasn't trying to do that, but oh my Lord,
they ran an angle and he bled like a fucking stuffed pig.
Yeah,
all over Karen Jarrett's white dress.
On the one hand, I'm like, why are you doing this, Rick? But on the other hand, the way they have it set up, the two young guys have everything to gain from that and nothing to lose.
Fuck, Lethal's not even young.
The youngest of the him and
the
Andrade
team. I'm sorry. I apologize for derailing there.
That's fair. No, I just think they have nothing to lose from that. And I look at that and I'm like, is
this going to be his last match? Like, is this really going to be his last match? It's cool that they're doing it under Jim Crockett Promotions. I like that.
Mm-hmm.
It's the angle they set it up with was great. I don't know if I need to watch a guy that old bleed everywhere, but I think he wants to die in the ring. I really do.
I mean, it's hard to disagree with you on that, but they're charging $40 for a pay-per-view that has. It's hard to back out of. I retired when you have a pay-per-view that may or may not be historical document to say, hey, look, you retired right here. You even have it in the name, like.
Yeah, I'm gonna come back 2 weeks ago. I don't know. I see that.
Just when I thought I was out.
I don't know what he can do in that match. I don't know.
Then I've had another alimony payment.
It'll be interesting. I don't know. I saw that and I was just like, oh, for God's sakes, Rick. For God's sakes, Rick.
It's the card looks good.
He's a crimson bag.
The card doesn't look good.
I might watch it.
The card looks absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
It's a great card. Like, they put it, and that last match is a spectacle, so you have to put good matches. You know what I mean?
Yes.
You can't just put,
Yeah, I sort of thought they were going to be like, Ric Flair versus
card.
Sting, or Ric Flair versus Chris Jericho or something. So I was like, oh, it's kind of shitty that they made it a tag match, but like, what else do you do? Ric Flair's.
Yeah, what are you going to do? Yeah, it's not like he's going to pull out a 45-minute classic at this point.
Let me tell you what. If there was somebody that could do it, it would fucking be Ric Flair.
I sort of thought it was going to be him and Sting.
There was, but yeah, there isn't.
Like him and Sting, I think could.
I don't think you put him and Sting in there because I don't think if that goes south, who's going to save it?
Yeah.
Because as great as they're using Sting, they're being really smart with him, and they're not depending on him for a lot. Granted, he's working way more than any other 60-year-old man could be, and he's fucking incredible. Don't get me wrong, but they also have
fucking jumping off of shit.
He is, but they're in when he's wrestling. They're being really smart with him and protecting him. So
yes,
absolutely. They're not putting him out there in spots where he's going to really get, because he's lost a step or two or four because he's 60.
Yeah,
But, yeah. I think they're gonna. Shit, I hope we're moving around like that at 60. God damn.
Yeah, for real.
No, that Flair match should be interesting. I don't know. I saw that and I was like, oh, okay. But
it's interesting. We'll see what comes of it.
If it's his last match, cool. I wonder if Charlotte won't get involved because Vince won't let her because he owns her. Think she'll stay in WWE forever? You think she'll leave at some point?
She could maybe not be Charlotte. She could be Ric Flair's daughter, Ashley. No,
Could do that.
Sure.
Maybe.
Would you want her in AEW? I wouldn't. I hate her. Maybe it's
Oh no, I
I
wasn't meaning for AEW. I was just meaning for this match thing.
Yeah.
This spectacle card. She couldn't show up that way.
I don't know that I see her anyplace other than WWE.
Because they push her to the moon.
She's the female Roman,
and
she's got.
And that's not a compliment.
She's gotten pushed at the expense of everyone else. She's good, but she's the same thing. You just can't.
You know what? Actually, she's better than Roman. Then never mind. I take that back.
You think she's better than Roman?
Well, I mean, yeah. She's equal in the fact that she's been pushed at the expense of the rest of the division, but she's better in the fact that she actually goes out there and puts on bangers of matches every fuck time.
Yeah.
It's Roman. I want to get him a Roman Reigns shirt and like a Roman Reigns necklace to wear.
You just live to torment me, don't you?
I really do. I think that would be fucking.
Why do you do these things?
Oh. Oh yeah, when you watch
Yeah.
when you watch Dynamite,
Mhm.
be ready for Ricky Starks to make fun of Danhausen's voice.
Oh God. Is he gonna do an impersonation?
It's fucking. It was fucking gold.
Those two
Really?
remind me a lot of DX in their attitude, not necessarily in the way they portray their characters, but like their attitude are just like, I don't know, just something about them reminds me a lot of DX, like early DX.
Those guys. There's a group of guys there that are just hungry,
Mm-hmm.
and they get it, and those guys get it, and those guys have got it since day one. They were just trying to figure it out. The first time Ricky Starks walked in and I saw him work, I said, "Holy shit, is that guy amazing!" He's got charisma for days.
Mm-hmm.
And then Hobbs was a baby face, generic big baby face, and they turned him heel, and he had this attitude, and I'm like, I like him, but I can't quite put my finger on what it is, and then he's just kind of cultivated that.
Yeah.
He breaks backs.
Yeah, like I said on the chat, like I'll eat crows for days. I love Hobbs. I love him. Like his character
great.
has grown so much in the last year, and he's amazing.
Those guys are pretty young. They're kind of finding their way.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'll tell you what else I'm waiting for is Pillman Jr. Because at some point they're gonna pull the plug on a heel turn, and he has that crazy streak his old man had. And when he goes heel, it's gonna work. It just has to be the right time, because he can talk. He's probably not right now as good a worker as his dad was, but he's fairly new. But he can talk and he can cut a promo and he can connect with an audience, and he's just got that. He's got that crazy it factor that his old man had. Like, you watch him and you're just like, this guy's fucking nuts. Kind of like Moxley. Like, this guy's fucking nuts.
Yeah. I don't know if I
Like,
agree
he might
with you.
legitimately have a few screws loose.
Yeah, that's what I get out of Pillman.
I don't get the same thing out of Pillman. I get the sense that it's more of an act. But that, I mean, I don't know. I don't see it. I don't see what you see. And
that's what I see. But I
could be
think
wrong.
I think right now they've had them, like, the Varsity Blondes are fine, but they're not gonna be tag team champions. They're just not.
Yeah.
And I also think Griff Garrison is going to be good.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think he's another guy that if you kind of cultivate him the right way, but they need to get away from each other fairly quick, because right now they're just kind of stagnated.
I sort of wonder if you send Griff to like ROH or Impact or something and give him a serious run there.
Have you watched him work? He's really good.
Yeah.
I think of the two, I think Griff's the better worker.
Yes.
I think Pillman has more charisma, and I think Pillman's got, like I said, he's got that weird it factor. But they got I think it's really hard when they just keep running them out. They're the most, like, generic baby faces of all time.
Yes. Yeah.
They need to give them a little.
Speaking of 1986.
Yeah, it's true. And I
sometimes that shit works.
Yeah, but you have to do something with it too. Like, you can start with something like that, but then you have to work with it. Like, you can't
expand
keep that.
upon it.
Yeah. And like, even the thing they did with Julia Hart, I just feel like that was so, they squandered that so much, because they pulled it out for so long, turning her, and
because
they
of an
finally
injury or
turned
two,
her,
wasn't it?
and they didn't say anything about it.
Her fit into the House of Black, love it.
Yeah,
I love what they're doing with her.
Yeah,
I look at it now, I'm like, okay, yeah, she can go.
Yeah.
But she did just kind of abandon them, and they haven't really done anything about it.
And they just went,
well, that's
Griff,
put a ad
like,
in the
y'all
paper.
were beating the shit out of us with her, and then you took her away from us. Maybe we don't want this no more.
I mean, that's a good point.
Maybe they don't want the smoke.
They clearly don't.
Yeah, seriously.
What else we got? We got any other things to talk about here? Any news? Anything you want to talk about? You're pretty animated there before we started recording. Oh, is Leon's nipple? You didn't record Leon's nipple now, did you?
No, I didn't. Can we see your nipple?
Leon, put your nipple on there.
First time's free. After that, it's gonna cost you.
The people demand your nipple. They want to see your nipple.
People demand shit.
He showed his nipple earlier. It was pretty fantastic.
Yeah, it was great.
I
thought I had more stuff. I do not. I don't know. There's a lot of star power going on right now. Like a lot of guys like Konosuke Takeshita. Seeing him come out a lot. Seeing his matches with Moxley, and also I haven't seen the one with him and Kingston, but
that one was fun.
Fucking awesome.
Can work. Is he over here on like? Is he just over here for a little bit? Is he a New Japan guy or is he actually an AEW guy?
That's a great question.
Because I don't know that.
Is he what? Like on an excursion from them?
Yeah. I don't know if
he might be. At the same I'd think that, but also thinking out loud, if he were, I'd imagine that Excalibur would be mentioning that pretty much like every time he's on screen. I'm thinking. I could be wrong though.
He's a great worker. I think he's got some star power.
He's
they have to bring
really
it out
good.
of him.
Yeah.
They have to bring it out of him.
So he's actually from DDT.
Okay.
And
oh no shit. Okay.
Oh, he still works with DDT.
So he's working with both.
So I guess he's working with both.
Okay.
But he's been on TV a lot for AEW.
Yeah.
So
he has been on TV very, very much. He's very popular too.
Yeah.
I mean.
Yeah. So keep bringing him back.
Yeah, let's do it.
I believe he was on at the Dynamite I got to go to.
Oh, cool.
I think he was. Pretty sure.
I know my. Hey, did you go? Speak of something totally off the chain. Metallica had a show in Las Vegas not too long ago with Ice Nine.
Didn't
Kills,
get to go.
With Ice Nine Kills and fucking who's the other band they were with? They sound like Led Zeppelin. Oh my god, I can't believe I forgot their name.
Zeppelin, fuck.
They do sound like Zeppelin. You probably don't know who they are. I gotta look. I was just looking at this earlier today. Greta Van Fleet. Do you know Greta Van Fleet? They had a show in Vegas with those three bands. I would have given my left nut to go to that.
I wanted to go, but prices were a little bonkers.
How much were they?
I don't even remember. I just remember looking at it like on secondary sites and everything, and I was just like, "Yep, nope."
I wanted to go when they opened the new stadium in Minnesota. I wanted to go see them for that. The cheapest ticket was $290 fucking dollars.
Jesus.
And I was like, "Whoa, okay, not going to that."
Yeah, it was steeper than that. I want to say like it was starting around like $5 to get in.
Jesus.
Yeah, not cheap. I've been to a bunch of different shows the last few months. Like I've been to Kill Switch, I've been to Cowboy Mouth, I went to Billie Eilish, I went to AJR. Like all those, I got good prices on.
How was Billie Eilish?
Fun.
I would imagine
she's a really fun show, and the stage show, like I kind of imagined that it was that she'd have some backup dancers and stuff on a bunch of on some songs because of her videos and stuff, but it was just her on stage and her and Phineas, and it was a good show, man. I enjoyed it.
That makes me happy.
Yeah, it's fun.
Shows like that are good because pop stars are so.
Dude, AJR is fucking great. They were a blast live.
We're now a musical podcast.
Yes.
We've changed course just like that. Flip the switch.
Sorry, guys. Stay along for the ride, though. It'll be fun.
What if NXT was going to run War Games in Las Vegas? Would you go?
I literally know nothing about them right now, other than the fact that we figured out that all their entire ladies is. Yeah, I know nothing about it right now, other than what's his face, Road Warriors kids in it or something.
No. Ross Steiner's Braun Breaker. Rick Steiner's kid, Braun Breaker.
Yeah. He's like their champion or something, right?
Yeah,
That's the only thing.
He might be
about
feuding with
Well, I
Von
know
Breaker.
that, and I've seen some commercials or whatever. Like Dolph's out down there a lot too right now, huh?
He was for a bit, then they got him out.
Oh, okay.
Their fucking roster has the stupidest names. I still can't get over them. Braun Breaker. This is Von Wagner. What the? Is this 1956? He's a heel because his name sounds German. God, I hate it. I freaking hate it. I'm looking at the roster.
Vaguely foreign sounding villain. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I went there.
Dre Chase.
Right. Cross that line.
Bodie Hayward.
What the fuck?
Brooks Jensen. Brooks Jensen. He's the one
Is
that.
he's like a country singer gimmick, huh?
No, he's not. He is.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm 100% sure he's not a country singer.
Sounds like a country singer gimmick.
Well, he's not.
Or a hillbilly?
Brutus Creed. Brutus Creed.
Fuck.
He's apparently got a brother named Julius Creed. I don't know. I'll figure out more later. Okay, here's a guy. All right, Bud Robinson.
Yes.
Vince McMahon, I've signed you up. You come into my office. All right, I got a name for you on NXT. You ready?
Yeah.
You are now Bryson Montana.
What the fuck? And along the lines of their performers being named sounding like porn stars.
Channing Stacks Lorenzo.
What?
That sounds like a male stripper.
It is. Jesus Christ.
Damon Kemp.
I'm looking at their website right now.
I'm looking at the roster. This is just hilarious.
Damon Kemp.
Elton Prince.
Oh.
Let me guess. He's bisexual.
Did they bring back the Velveteen Dream under a pseudonym?
No, they did not. My favorite name though is Fallon Henley because that is not a name. What the fuck is that?
Pornstar.
Gigi Dolan.
That sounds like a porn star.
She used to be married to Darby Allin. She's the one that threw the tampon or had the tampon angle. What's her name? No, she's hold on. She's a famous independent wrestler. Priscilla Kelly. She used to be Priscilla Kelly. There was a couple years ago, right before, we shut down the pandemic. She was at a bar and they had a match where she pulled out a tampon that was covered in red stuff and threw it at a girl.
Yeah.
But now pretty sure we shared that clip in our little chat, didn't we?
Yeah, we did. Oh,
yeah, I thought that sounded familiar.
Here's one of the Italian wrestlers, Giovanni Vinci.
Giovanni Vinci?
Luigi Pepperoni.
Why did they take the duh out of Da Vinci? Why not just leave it as Da Vinci?
Grayson
You're gonna go that on the nose.
I think it's
hold back.
They did I saw the promo they did for that.
It's
because it's Vini Vici. It's the last word in that. That was why they went with that. And that's they put it on the screen and everything. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Okay, but it's 2022. It's almost 2023. We're like halfway through.
Yeah.
Okay. It's 2022. Why do people that are Italian have to be stereotyped as mobsters who are always bad guys? Are we not past the point in society? No. Okay, but we are.
Vince isn't.
Okay, there we go.
The local show that my buddy was on a month back. Like one of the guys, I can't think of his name now. God damn it! And he is, but dude is absolutely like Goomba enforcer stereotype gimmick. Fuck, why can't I think of his name? Like the pinstripe suit, pants, tucked in and suspenders with a wife beater on, and the little bowler type cap, and with the little the shoulder holster things under his arms and everything. Like just living, breathing, walking, freaking mobster enforcer type stereotype thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's oh god. Like the dude is actually pretty good in the ring, but it's oh god, that gimmick just kills me out here.
Bud Robinson, I've got a new name for you.
No, thank you.
Javier Burnell.
I mean, that's not horrible.
It's pretty fucking bad.
Of the ones that we've heard so far, that's pretty tame.
Jaguars QB from south of the border.
What about Joaquin Wild or Joe Gacy? Joe Gacy's a good one.
Oh god,
he's supposed to be the new Bray Wyatt.
No.
Oh, Julius Creed.
Does anybody know what Bray Wyatt's doing?
Movies. They're gonna bring him back under a different name.
Something with a cyborg-ish thing.
So they had Casey Catanzaro, who was the chick from
American Ninja Warrior,
and they changed her name to Katana Chance.
Yeah, I read that. I was like, you hired her for her name. That's why you hired her. Why are you taking her name away?
No, she's Katana Chance.
Because we don't own the rights to her name.
Kelly Kincaid's another good one. Kiana James.
Kelly Kincaid just sounds like
it's
Kelly
the lady
Kelly
who did like the workout show on what, like ESPN.
Malik Blade.
I feel like that's thinking that's definitely a person of color.
I was thinking the same thing.
Malik Blade. Yep.
Definitely.
Oh,
dear God, code that shit a little clearer.
Man, Jesus Christ.
T. Jones.
I just like.
What? How much?
Odyssey Jones. He's 6'5", 405. Quincy Elliott. Roderick Strong still works there. How long till he gets fired? Wait, how come he's not fired? He should go to AEW. That's where he should go.
He re-signed with them recently. Not recently. It was like a year ago, maybe, when they were having all those cuts. And I was like, oh, that sucks, but I get it because a lot of people are already leaving.
I'm gonna tell you, Ru Feng.
What?
Ru Feng. He's from China. All it says.
I'm fucking shocked.
And then we've got Senga, who's from India. Just Senga. Santos Escobar, who is... these are just...
we were talking earlier about WWE just padding out their shows.
This is fucking amazing.
He sounds like a cartel gimmick.
He is. That's exactly what he is.
Sloan Are you fucking Jacobs. Kidding me?
Oh, that's exactly what he is.
Fucking kidding me? Jesus.
I do like Sophia Cromwell. That's a pretty... She's the manager of Von Wagner. That's what it says.
Okay.
Solo Sikoa. That's Roman's cousin. He's going to get called up and join them, I think.
Oh, Jesus.
Tatum Paxley is fucking terrible. Oh, my God. I have 3 in a row. Tatum Paxley, Thea Hale, Tiffany Stratton. I don't know if I'm looking at an NXT roster or fucking Pornhub right now.
Pornstars.
Tony D'Angelo, another
Italian stereotype.
Trick Williams.
Definitely a person of color.
Fucking Von Wagner is so bad. So bad.
Is that a German stereotype?
Yeah, it's gotta be. Vic Joseph. Wendy Chu is the Orange Cassidy ripoff. She's the one that pretends she's tired all the time. Because they can do Orange Cassidy better than Orange Cassidy. I'm waiting. What I'm waiting for
Whatever.
Tired
is
all the time.
I'm
What
waiting.
the
That's her
fuck?
gimmick. She falls asleep on the ring apron. They take her in. She comes in and she can wrestle. And then when she's done, she goes back out and takes a nap. And she wears footy pajamas.
Oh God!
I mean, I'll give
that
him
is
points for the footy
that is
pajamas.
Pritchard all fucking day.
I am
If that's
waiting.
not a Pritchard creation, I
am
fucking eat my hat.
waiting. I am fucking waiting for them to rip off Danhausen because they're gonna fucking do it,
Yeah.
and it's gonna be so bad. Zion Quinn.
What?
Zion Quinn. We need a letter X and a Q. Those are the strangest letters. No one has those names. Let's put them together. He's clearly a bad guy. And then Zoe Stark.
I do enjoy saying names that are horrible.
I just said them all. The whole fucking.
That's their
the whole fucking roster.
All right.
The whole fucking roster. It's the worst. It's the worst wrestling thing I've ever fucking seen. It's just bad. It's like literally like I'm gonna go get a name generator for Pornstars. We're gonna use that for you know what? Hold on. To type in Pornstar name generator. What do you think I'm gonna get here?
Content.
I mean, there's content and there's content.
Okay, here we go. Shay Savage. Could that be an NXT wrestler?
NXT wrestler.
If you swap those around, stick them together,
Cinnamon Frost.
You have your Danhausen ripoff.
NXT wrestler.
Cinnamon Frost.
Cinnamon Frost.
Lola London. They might have used.
Wrestler.
They might have actually used this right here. Foxy Satine.
Yeah.
Kellyanne.
That's
NXT wrestler.
Melody Knight.
NXT wrestler.
Lisa Roma, Italian NXT wrestler.
And good God.
Sven Long.
Nordic NXT wrestler. And he better be tall.
Darren Biggs.
That sounds like
I want to see
NXT wrestler of color.
I want to see Sven Long on the WWE roster, and I want him to find out that he is a long-lost cousin to Teddy Long. And then I will watch them.
Holla.
The next name it generated, I'm Ty Cannon. Totally fucking NXT. You're Ty Cannon. That's your name, pal.
NXT wrestler. Your new NXT world champion.
Oh, yeah, it's right here. They already have one.
This one, Sven Mounts.
They've already kind of done that one.
Nah, touch that with 10-foot pole.
Harley Savage. Bjorn Hammer. Oh, that is the most NXT name ever.
Bjorn Hammer.
He's from Europe. Bjorn Hammer.
Which part? I don't know.
He's just from Europe. He's blonde. He's 6'8". Look at him.
He was a track star.
Guys,
he did the hammer throw.
Wrestling is fucking stupid. I don't know what else to say. That's how I feel right now. Pierre Seaman.
But I love it so much.
Pierre Seaman.
He's a French naval officer. I can. Oh my god, that's good.
Beaver Cleavage. I mean,
Brick Suave. I can see Vince using all these names. They literally, I think, just went to the same site I did.
Excuse me one moment. Ninja, nobody wants to hear the song of your people. Sorry, I'm back.
All right.
Okay, Bud Robinson. I'm Vince McMahon. I have a name for you. You're going to come into NXT.
There's no knocking you off this train.
Your name is now Magnus Ryder.
Okay. I'll do it.
If you can believe it. Debuting next week, Magnus Ryder. I feel like you'd have to have a headgear piece.
Probably.
And like a fucking something across your chest that you took off that made no sense.
A vest. It would have to be a vest.
Metallic trunks.
Yeah.
Brown boots. Brown boots.
Why brown?
Yeah. It just seems like it would be.
Okay.
Only Roman can wear black boots.
That's,
Yeah.
that's a good point.
Roman's got the color black. That's strong. Jason Atlas, Kurt Cash. I mean, these are all like. These names are stupid. I think that's the point I'm trying to make.
Yes.
And we could sit here and have like a 48-minute conversation about how. I don't know. I know, but
we
it's
almost
just,
have.
you just can't. You can't undersell how fucking bad this is. This show is so unbelievable. I'm turning this off before I start hitting the button again, and I'll fucking laugh at it again. Sven Strong is a good one. But I think Bjorn Hammer. I think Leon could be Bjorn Hammer.
Yes.
Can you talk with a Swedish accent, Leon?
Yeah.
There we go. Bjorn Hammer is
Done.
born.
You don't have to say anything else.
Don't really. Just Bjorn Hammer making his debut. Sven
He's
Mounds
going to have a stiff running lariat as his finisher. It's going to just be Bjorn's hammer.
That's actually good. That's the logic there. That might get stolen from us.
Yeah.
Bruce Pritchard might listen to this and steal that from us.
That seems unlikely.
Fuck you, Bruce Pritchard.
Bud, get the lawyers on it. We need that shit copyrighted and trademarked.
Danhausen's the only lawyer I know. I thought you were a lawyer, but we've learned since that you are not.
Danhausen.
I'll get in touch with him.
And Bud, you're gonna debut.
Hire
as Pierre.
Danhausen for many monies.
You're gonna debut as Pierre Seaman because that's
Pierre
the same one.
Seaman. You know what? I would totally do that.
The French naval officer Pierre Seaman. Wear a little blue coat and a captain's hat.
I could totally see that character debuting in
I
GCW
want
as
to see you in a beret.
a tag team partner to Effie. Absolutely.
Seaman.
I need to see Budrick in a beret.
I feel like Vince wouldn't go Seaman because that would be too. It would be Pierre the Seaman, maybe.
Yeah.
You know.
Pure Vos difference.
Pierre Nutsack. This show went off the fucking rails about 4 minutes in. Once we played the game, is it an NXT star or a porn star?
Pornstar.
It never came back.
No, it didn't. It really didn't.
But Tiffany Stratton, go Google her on Pornhub. I mean, whatever.
Pornstar.
Well,
Kelly Kincaid.
This has been the BREWDCAST. I'm just gonna be done with it, and we can keep doing this.
You should definitely title this one NXT 2.0 or Pornstar.
That's a good one. I like that.
Next time we'll have to have a game show where like I have actual questions and we score it.
Okay, I'm down.
Let's see how it goes with a buzzer.
And loser has to
He's
wear
going
a
to
Roman
have
Reigns
homework
shirt.
for himself.
Loser has to wear a Roman Reigns shirt. Yeah.
Yes. On their face.
Loser has to get a tattoo on their neck that says "I love Von Wagner."
God, no.
How dare
No.
you?
No.
I'd be more willing to accept the fucking tattoo offer than that other one.
I love Von. Well, Von Wagner will probably get fired in 3 months, and then we'll never hear him called Von Wagner again. He'll go back to his real name, which is probably like Bruce Mickens or some shit, like something really normal. They fired that guy that looks like Lesnar. That Harlan kid.
Yeah, what the fuck?
They piped him up.
Slobbering all over that guy.
2 months he's in development, and they fire him, and now he's in AEW.
He's in AEW?
He's in AEW. He showed up in AEW. He's
Good
working
Lord.
dark.
Oh,
So-
Lord.
Good for him.
That's what I said.
Yeah.
What are we ending this?
Yeah, this has been the BREWDCAST. Mostly we talked about NXT 2.0 and Town. Don't do it.
NXT, man.
It's not worth it. You don't have to watch. I have been Bud Robinson. This is Leon Robinson and Town Historian. God bless Orange Cassidy.
Actually, I want to change my name to Pierre Seaman.
Okay. Next week.
And Leon's now Bjorn Hammer.
You need the
Leon's Bjorn Hammer.
beret.
Bjorn Hammer's Leon, and you're going to be Sven Mounts.
And
My name changed, Town.
I will get me silver suspenders. And
Oh, that's it. That's right. You gotta have fucking suspenders. My
and a
bad.
bow tie.
Yeah.
And a beret.
And, no,
That's mine.
That's Pierre.
I got the beret. Pierre Simon. All white with